Jai Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Prajajananjana Yashodanandana Prajajananjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Prajajananjana Yashodanandana Prajajananjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gauda Bhaktarinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gauda Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Prahamsa Parivaricha Sutata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Prahamsa Parivaricha Sutata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki. Namachar Shri Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem se ko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gauda Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhana Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Ganga Mai Ki. Jamuna Mai Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Tulsi Maharani Ki. Harinam Sankirtan Ki. Kantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Nitai Go Permanande. O glories to the assembled devotees. O glories to the assembled devotees. O glories to the assembled devotees. O glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. O glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vasaya Vade Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi. Gauravani Pachane Nivishesha Sangare Vachadade Shitane. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Before I start, I want to seek the blessings of His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. I got told 10 minutes ago to give class, and I'm praying for your mercy that I can please Krishna. Thank you. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 3, talks between Lord Shiva and Sati. Text 22. Pratyugama parashana pivadanam vidiyate sadhu mita sumajjame pragye parasme purasaya cetasa guhashayayeva na dehamanine pratyudgama prashayana vivadanam vidiyate sadhu mita sumajjame pragye parasme purashaya cetasa guhashayayeva na dehamanine pratyudgama prashayana vivadanam vidiyate sadhu mita samajjame pragye parasme purashaya cetasa guhashayayeva na dehamanine. Pratyudgama prashayana vidiyate sadhu mita samajjame pragye parasme purashaya cetasa guhashayeva na dehamanine pratyudgama prashayana vivadanam vidiyate sadhu vidita madhime pragye parasme purashaya cetasa guhashayeva na dehamanine pratyudgama prashayana vivadanam vidiyate sadhu vidima samadhyame pragye parasme purashaya cetasa guhashayeva na dehamanine. Matajis, pratyudgama prashayana vivadanam vidiyate sadhu mita samajjame pragye tasme purashaya cetasa guhashayeva na dehamanine. Pratyudgama prashayana vivadanam vidiyate sadhu mita samajjame pragye parasme purashaya cetasa guhashayeva na dehamanine pratyudgama Standing up from one's seat. Prashayana. Welcoming. Abhivadanam. Obeisances. Vidiyate. Are intended. Sadhu. Proper. Mitaha. Mutually. Sumadhyame. My dear young wife. Pragye. By the wise. Parasmai. Onto the Supreme. Purushaya. Onto the Supersoul. Chetasa. With the intelligence. Guhashayaya. Sitting within the body. Eva. Certainly. Na. Not. Dehemanine. To the person identifying with the body. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear young wife, certainly friends and relatives offer mutual greetings by standing up, welcoming one another, and offering obeisances. But those who are elevated to the transcendental platform, being intelligent, offer such respects to the Supersoul who is sitting within the body, not to the person who identifies with the body. Purport. It may be argued that since Daksha was the father-in-law of Lord Shiva, it was certainly the duty of Lord Shiva to offer him respect. In answer to that argument, it is explained here that when a person stands up or offers obeisances in welcome, he offers respects to the Supersoul who is sitting within everyone's heart. It is seen, therefore, among Vaishnavas, that even when a disciple offers obeisances to his spiritual master, the spiritual master immediately returns the obeisances because they are mutually offered not to the body, but to the Supersoul. Therefore, the spiritual master also offers respect to the Supersoul situated within the body of the disciple. The Lord says in Srimad Bhagavatam that offering respect to his devotee is more valuable than offering respect to him. Devotees do not identify with the body, so offering respect to a Vaishnava means offering respect to Vishnu. It is stated also that as a matter of etiquette, as soon as one sees a Vaishnava, one must immediately offer him respect, indicating the Supersoul sitting within. A Vaishnava sees the body as a temple of Vishnu. Since Lord Shiva had already offered respect to the Supersoul in Krishna consciousness, offering respect to Daksha, who identified with his body, was already performed. There was no need to offer respect to his body, for that is not directed by any Vedic injunction. Omagyantamidandasya gyanana shalakaya chakshumlitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhischa kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. I'll read the verse again. My dear young wife, certainly friends and relatives offer mutual greetings by standing up, welcoming one another and offering obeisances. But those who are elevated to the transcendental platform, being intelligent, offer such respects to the Supersoul who is sitting within the body, not to the person who identifies with the body. So this part of the Bhagavatam is about the Daksha sacrifice, where Lord Shiva is offended by Daksha, and Daksha in return is also offended by Lord Shiva. What happened at the sacrifice, everyone stood up for Daksha as he entered the arena, except Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma, being the father of Daksha, who is a Prajapati, did not stand up, neither did Lord Shiva, even though he is more elevated than Daksha, being a guna avatar, in charge of the mode of ignorance in the universe. But Daksha thought that because Lord Shiva is married to his daughter Sati, that he is in a superior position. He is the father-in-law, that he should offer respect. Daksha, being envious by nature, envious of the position of Lord Shiva, was always harboring this envy, but never said anything. And this was kind of an open invitation to offer insults. And the insults were very cutting. He is just a crazy person living in crematoriums, hanging with hobgoblins and ghosts. So, not a very nice thing to say to an exalted soul. Because Daksha identifies with the body, that means one identifies with the false ego. False ego means me, I am this body, and everything is mine in relation to this body. So then, Lord Shiva being his son-in-law in bodily connection, he thought that he should offer me respect. But Srila Prabhupada in the purport points out that someone who's learned, Lord Shiva is Vaishnava Yata Shambhu. He is the best of Vaishnavas. He's the most learned. So he is offering constantly obeisances to the Super Soul. So there was no need to offer respect to the body of Daksha. But we are offering obeisances to our bodies all the time, to each other's bodies. It looks like that. And especially all of us taking an initiation, or if we see a sannyasi, then one must pay obeisances. If one does not pay obeisances to the sannyasi, then one must, upon seeing the sannyasi, he must fast. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shri Gaur Hari ki, Shri Giri Govardhan ki jai. You must offer obeisances. On seeing the sannyasi, otherwise one will fast to make up for the offense, because they are considered the spiritual master of all varnas and ashrams. But it says here that when the disciple offers obeisances to the spiritual master is in turn offering obeisances, offering respect to the super soul within. We have this verse. Vidya Vinaya Sampane, Brahmanika Vihastini, Sunicheva Swapakecha, Pandita Samadashina. The wise sages, they see within a brahmana, an elephant, a cow, a dog, and a dog eater. They see them all equally because they see the super soul residing within. This is the foundation of respect for all living beings. And this is very important for our spiritual life, because further in this purport, Prabhupada states, in the Srimad Bhagavatam it said, offering respect to the devotee is more valuable than offering respect to him. Aradhananam Savesham Vishnu Radhananam Param Tasma Paritanam Devi Tadanayam Samacharam. Lord Shiva says in the Padma Purana to his wife Parvati that the highest worship is the worship of Lord Vishnu. But higher than that is the worship of that in relation to Lord Vishnu. Just like we worship Tulsi Devi. She's always residing in the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So every morning we're offering respect to her, offering worship even. And that pleases Krishna more. That's why we do that. Even Krishna himself is worshipping his devotees, just like in the pastime of Sudama Brahmana. Sudama Brahmana was a school friend of Krishna in the Gurukul of Sanipani Muni in Ujjain. I met Anukula Krishna Purus from Ujjain. So he was the school friend. So Krishna has become a great king in Dwarka, marrying 16,108 queens in most luxurious palaces with so much decoration. Apparently there's columns of lapis lazuli. It's a very rare stone, but whole columns of it. And pearls strung through, and beautiful stones and emeralds that would have so much effulgence, there was no need for lights or electricity. It would light up the whole palace. And the onyx marble, and there's a picture of Krishna, he'll catch his reflection within the marble and see how beautiful he is. He goes, who is that? So beautiful. He's attracted to his own reflection. So the opulence of Krishna was astounding. It's amazing. But Sudama Brahmana was so poor that he couldn't even provide proper food or shelter for his own family. So his wife was very intelligent. She said, why don't you at least go to your friend Krishna in Dwarka and ask for some help? But Sudama Brahmana, being a devotee, I cannot ask the Lord for something in return. We chant the Hare Krishna mantra, meaning that, oh my Lord, please give me service. Prahlad Maharaj was also refusing to ask benedictions from Lord Nrsingadev. Please ask a benediction. He goes, my Lord, I am not a merchant. I just want to serve and love you. I didn't do all this service so I could get something in return. So Sudama Brahmana was in the same mood. I cannot just go and ask him. So his wife said, why don't you just at least go and see your friend? Okay, I'll go see Krishna. That I can do. And but you cannot, if you go to your friend's place, you cannot come empty-handed. You have to bring something. But they had nothing. And he would beg from the neighbors, and all he had was this chip rice. So then he comes to Dwarka at the gates, and the gatekeeper lets Krishna know that Sudama Brahmana has come. And he brings him in right into his internal quarters. There, Queen Rukmini is waving the chama or fanning the Lord, and he's sitting there. But the Lord gets up right away, welcomes Sudama Brahmana, puts him on his own seat, and then, just like any Kshatriya king, setting the example, washing his feet. And there's a beautiful painting, seeing the look between Krishna and Sudama Brahmana, and the tears are coming from both eyes. So much love for each other. Krishna is going out his way to serve his devotees, showing so much respect, showing the example how we should respect Krishna's devotees, especially the Brahmanas. So even Krishna is showing the example how to respect the Vaishnavas. Tadadaya Samacharam, the worship of that in relation to Krishna. And this is very important for our spiritual life, because if one makes Vaishnav aparad, then it's called the mad elephant offense. The spiritual master has put the Bhakti Lata Beach, the seed of devotional service, within the heart. And we water it by Shravanam Kirtanam. By hearing and chanting, it is watered. And then it grows and grows and pierces through the layers of the universe and reaches Golok Vrindavan, producing the fruit of love of Godhead. That is our goal, love of Godhead. But just like a creeper is not a strong plant, it needs support. And there's many weeds that are there, and as we hear and chant, many weeds of anarthas are coming up. So we have to pull out those weeds. But if we make Vaishnava aparad, it is just like an elephant running through that garden and just destroying the whole thing. So we don't want to make Vaishnava aparad. So this idea of respect and understanding that the Supreme Lord is actually within the heart of every living being. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hirdidiste Adunatistati Bharya Sarva Bhutani Yanchurudani Mayaya. The Supreme Lord is sitting in the heart of every living entity, and this body is just a machine that is carrying the living entity. Ubadasa Anumantacha Bhoktabash Maheshwaram. Next slide. Suridasa, sorry. The Supreme Lord is the witness and the permitter of all the activities of the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Lord and enjoyer, transcendental to everything. So there's many verses addressing the Supersoul within the heart. And actually every living entity, it says here that every body is actually a temple of the Lord. And especially when you see a Vaishnava with tilak, and when someone asks you, what does this tilak mean? We say that we put it on to make the body a temple. So we keep the body clean and we use it to worship. And that's my meditation on Harinam Sankirtan. Every living entity is a devotee, whatever the body is. But they've forgotten their relationship with Krishna and suffering. That's the root of all suffering. So when we go in Harinam and we chant the holy name, the holy name is non-different from Radha Radhanath. Hare Krishna. Hare is Srimati Radharani and Krishna is Radhanath. So maybe not everyone will come into the temple to take darshan, but they can get darshan from the Maha Mantra. And they can begin their worship within their own body, within their own temple, by chanting the holy name. Cheto Dapana Marjanam, they can start cleaning it up. They've been filling it up with so much junk for millions of lifetimes. And now, from the chanting, and dancing, and hearing, and seeing the devotee with tilak and tulsi beads, they can finally remember who they really are as an eternal soul that's blissful and full of knowledge. They're identifying with the temporary body, which is full of misery and ignorance. If they don't know who they are, they think they're this body. If you do not know who you are, you cannot be happy. And we can see by the power of the Maha Mantra that happiness is there right away. Lord Chaitanya was asked by the residents of, I think it was Shantipur or Kalinagram. They asked, what is a Vaishnava? Kalinagram? Shantipur. Kalinagram. What is a Vaishnava? Lord Chaitanya answered, one who chants the name of Krishna once. That is a Vaishnava. So we know many times when going on Harinam, many people are saying Hare Hare or Krishna Krishna. They've said it once. They're Vaishnava, according to Lord Chaitanya. Again, the next year they've asked the same question. What is a Vaishnava? One who incessantly chants the holy name. Always. And then the next year they ask, one who makes others chant. So Lord Chaitanya was addressing the three levels: Kanista Adhikari, the third class devotee. I don't know how to, and then the middle class devotee, Madhyama Adhikari, and the topmost devotee, Uttama Adhikari. That the Kanista Adhikari, it's pointed out in the nectar of instruction that one should offer respects to anyone who's chanting the holy name. Then one should offer obeisances to the one who is engaged in worshipping the deity. And then one who is on the transcendental platform, the Uttama Adhikari, who has no propensity to criticize others. Then we should fully engage in their service. So we can see the different levels of devotee. And but the bottom line is that Everyone is a devotee of Krishna, and the Krishna residing in the heart of every living being. And we should offer respects. Once we identify with the body, with the false ego, then we want all the respect. We deserve all the recognition, and we will not respect anyone else. Once you identify as a servant of Krishna, we're ready to offer respects to all living entities. We offer respects to to the devotees every morning. Vanchakalpatarubhischa kripasindu vevacha patitana pavnebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. There are oceans of compassion and the wish-fulfilling desire trees. Why? Because they give you Krishna. Every devotee can give us Krishna. Because every devotee has a unique relationship with Krishna. And Krishna has revealed something unique to them that we can get from them. There's no devotee we can't get mercy from. They all have mercy to give. And we have gotten mercy, and we can pass it on. And then to those who have forgotten their relationship with Krishna, we engage them in devotion service by chanting the holy name, making them hear, engage in Harinam Sankirtan, by distributing books, knowledge about Krishna, and getting association of the pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. And of course the secret weapon from Prasadam. Everyone loves Prasadam. And it's very easy. So many people have given up bad habits, smoking, drinking, drugs, by the power of Prasadam. Because Visyavani Vatante Nirhasya Deyana Rasarajam Vasyopiyasya Padam Disvanavatate. We are given the higher taste of Krishna consciousness, developing a loving relationship with Him. And then we become blissful, and then when we see others becoming blissful, we become more blissful. This Sankirtan movement is Anandam Buddhivardhanam, an ever-increasing ocean of bliss. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Kantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. If there's any comments or questions, Maharaj, if you can add something.
Or two. That was very nice, thank you. That's my first comment. But, it was interesting. When I first joined, January 1973, in London, there were a lot of brahmacharis, probably at least 40 or maybe even a little more, but there was a whole lot. And everyone would be in the bathroom early in the morning, and everyone would offer obeisances to each other. And it was just, individually, sure, it was a whole festival of obeisances. Down, up, down, and down. It was really nice. It's really nice. And, of course, the verse and purport's emphasizing when a devotee offers respect, they're offering respect to the super soul, which, obviously is true. But also, they, it's kind of a chintya-beda-beda tattva, you could say, in one sense. They can also offer obeisances to the devotee for being a devotee and, respecting the fact that the devotee is a devotee. That's also part of it. But poor old Daksha, sure, he missed a number of points by a proverbial mile. It's really sad. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. There's a question over there. Oh, comment.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, because we are like so conditioned in this material world, to have that, mood and vision of like, Pandita Samadarshana, seeing everyone with equal vision and being able to offer respects, there's that element of false ego that comes into play. So can you please give us some insight as to how to overcome this ego that's within us?
Okay. My personal experience is, yes, so I find that sometimes when there's some devotees I'm ready to respect and some I'm not so sure of. I find internally I'm criticizing or I don't appreciate as much. And one way was that if I've heard from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, if he found a disciple criticizing another devotee, and then he'll tell them, please give 10 glorifications of that devotee. And it kind of shrinks down the criticism, and that feeling of enmity is gone. That was the basis of Daksha's envy, is this enmity was there towards Lord Shiva. So that was one thing. If it gets, I guess, if it gets to the more on a personal, like it looks like you're about to fight and get angry, or you always fight each other, then I found one very easy one was just force yourself to dance with that person in kirtan. Just grab them by the arm, and somehow there's like an amazing kirtan going on, and then you start dancing with each other, and you look at each other in the eye, and you're like, no. The grudge disappears very quickly. I felt that is also there. And traveling with Harinam Ruchi, many times, because we're like a group and we travel together, everything's together. We're eating together, we pretty much sleep like right next to each other, on top of each other. So this, like Prabhupada is describing, just like we are like jewels that are all dirty, and then if you want to clean them, you kind of have to put them in something and then spin it around, and they all hit each other, but they come out very shiny. So a lot of that grinding against each other takes place. We were about to like punch each other out, but then it became time for Harinam, and we do the Harinam 3 or 4 hours, and then we forgot what we were fighting about. And I always saw myself as an envious person, still am, but it's going down by the mercy of doing daily Harinam. Things that I remember, I was living 4 years in the temple in Melbourne, Australia, and I thought I had to analyze myself, and this and that, how to get rid of it, I have to. But then within just a year of doing Harinam every day, then it went on its own. Where did it go? I don't know. The envy, the lust, the greed, whatever anarthas were there, were disappearing very quickly without me trying, because the Lord was so kind to take it away. So there are a few things that came up. Is that okay? Yeah. Maharaj, did you have no? Sorry. Okay. Anything else? No? Thank you so much. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaur Premanande. Srila Prabhupada ki. It was so lovely. Thanks, man.